Good morning, everybody, and it's Friday, and so it's that day where normally I will have my co-host Liam with me to help me with the Friday shoutouts, but today's kind of a different one because it marks the end of our kind of formal instruction with online learning, so I'm going to take it on a little bit more serious note to kind of talk about how the end of the year is going to look, give you the schedule for next week or a little preview of the schedule for next week, and just kind of tie some things together. So this is an important video for families and students alike to just kind of listen to and help you understand where we're headed. So being that it's the last week of formal instruction, it doesn't mean that school is canceled next week. I won't be doing a formal grading sheet next week or giving you an assignment where I go through and check what you're going to be doing. What that means is next week we have kind of a unique schedule for our week, and I'll show you that in a second. And it's going to be more of your choice on where you go and what you do during your week. So I'll still be available to check in, message, and do things like that. It's just not going to be a case where I'm looking at your work as closely as I do on a normal week. That being said, once school is finished, my understanding is that the school district is not collecting your technology. So you will still have access to your technology all over the summer. There will be like a summer school program where you can kind of log in and do some activities online, and I'll give you more information about that once I know more information. But also, I'll kind of keep up the classroom. I'll keep the classroom open. I'll keep extra math open, Prodigy open, all those things, so that if you desire to go on in the summertime, you may. It's not the type of thing where you need to go on every single day. It may just be like, oh, it's a rainy day, go on. But I want you to know those resources are going to be available to you, because when we do start school in the fall, I'm sure everyone, teachers included, are going to be a little bit nervous about, going back after being off for such a long time, or how school will look. I don't really know anything about how school is going to look in the fall, but all those resources will be available to you this summer. So for next week, this is kind of what our schedule is going to look like, and I tried to keep it the same to kind of make it helpful for students and parents. I will take a photo of this very low-tech schedule and post it in Dojo, but we'll also have a formal schedule next week that you can follow. So Monday is our virtual field trip day, and that can be done at any time. I will give you a list of places that you can go visit. There will be videos for you to watch, and then I'll have a space for you to kind of comment on some things or tell me where you went, but it'll be pretty much a chance for you to explore without much of an assignment due. Tuesday, my plan is to try out the Zoom Peter Pan. We'll have a Zoom meeting, and I'll put those credentials up today. And basically, you log into Zoom, and then I'll share my screen, and we'll watch Peter Pan, and we'll be able to make some new connections now that we've hopefully finished all 4 of the books. We're not done Bridge, so we'll just kind of base it on the first 4 books that we read. That'll be at 10, and it'll go for as long as the movie is, which is about a little bit over an hour. So, but with discussion and watching the movie, that's what we will do. You can jump in or out at any time, so you don't have to stay for the full movie if you don't want to. But that'll be streaming that day. On Wednesday, my plan is to try some Kahoots online. Word of warning, they're not necessarily academic Kahoots where it's like, tell me things from science or things from social studies. No, it'll be more just kind of fun Kahoots that maybe even have some things to do with us. And on Thursday, my plan is to try out some Pictionary on a Zoom. What I want you to notice is that the times are all at 10 o'clock, and I kept it that way so that it was consistent and you weren't having to figure out, oh my gosh, what time is my Zoom today? It'll be at 10 those days. I didn't schedule anything for Friday because I believe there's something being scheduled by a special area on that day. And again, if you can't make something or you have a commitment to another subject or something like that for specials, I'm not really sure how their week works, that's okay too. All right, so the stats for this week. This was a really mixed week as far as results go. I have my results book here. So I saw like a little bit of a drop with people getting on to extra math, which was okay. But the writing was really, really good, and I'll talk about that for a second. People that chose to do the writing, I really appreciate it, and I will be writing back to you in classroom today. So if you wrote me for the end of the year, you can expect to get a note back from me today commenting on your thoughts, because I really appreciate it. And there were some really good suggestions that I didn't think of as far as the class goes. So it's helpful to me beyond just some of the kind words that you said. So please make sure you look for a note later in the morning. People that chose to complete the writing were as follows. Ashley, great job. Andres, great job. Josiah, really well written. I appreciate your words. Amaya, Keeley, Downsley all took part in the writing, and that was awesome. Taylor, Andy, Mia, Ariana, Eli, Avery, and Dylan also all did the writing, which was really, really good. So I appreciate that. People that got on to extra math all 4 days, which was impressive. Josiah, Amaya, Olivia got on all 4 days, including she was already on this morning on Friday. Ariana was on 4 days. Some of the gray dots I'm seeing, people are logging in and then not really completing anything. Just remember, I do see that. So if you start it and don't finish it, you're not going to get your color for the day. So what I did was I went through and looked at, I didn't factor in extra math because it was kind of a mixed bag, but I looked at, did you complete your writing? Were you on iReady for both reading and math? And what kind of effort did you do? And then I pulled the top. It was tough. I had to pull the top like 7. So my people for the week, based on their writing and their overall presence online for the week that I'm going to send some mail out to, will be Josiah, Keely Doherty, D-Money, Downsley, great job. Taylor, excellent job this week. Really, really good job. Mia Medina, great job. I don't know if I mentioned Mia being on all 4 days, but she was on all 4 days as well. Did a really nice piece for writing. So Mia, great job. Ariana, you continue your high level of work. And it was really good to see Eli Raker step his game up this week. And he really got a lot more accomplished and a great effort. So Eli, you'll be getting a little mail from me. So next week, the only thing that changes is we probably won't be doing these announcements. It'll be more just a relaxed chance to check in. That last week where we are getting our stuff and everything like that, obviously I'll tell you a little bit more about that and how we'll kind of close out the year together when we get there. So we're just worried about next week for next week. We're not worried about like shutting down everything because we still have some time after next week. But next week will be a little bit more relaxed in terms of what you need to get done. If you have any work that you want to make up or that you missed, if you didn't get to the writing this week or the week before, you can do that and turn it back into me. I've had a couple students do that. I am going to be putting in a narrative onto OnCourse about what I saw from you online during the weeks that we were off from school so that your teachers know next year where you're at. It's not like a gotcha or get you in trouble. It's just going to let them know what I saw. So if you're somebody who goes, oh, I know I missed a week, you can go back and work on anything, but just let me know if you do so I can go back and give you credit for those things. If you want your performance stats for the week, either parents, grandparents, you can message me and I'll send you your stats, or students, you can message me and I'll send you your stats. But I'm not going to send out stats today other than just comments in the classroom. So if you're looking for, feedback, go into Classroom and check out your docs. There is a read aloud posted this week. That'll be posted probably right around the time that this is. So if you are into the story and you want to keep going, there'll be a read aloud posted today, and I'm going to keep read aloud going next week too, so that we can get as far through the book as we can before the end of the year. So sorry this is a little bit longer, but there's a lot of news and announcements, and I want to make sure that all families are aware. If anything I'm saying doesn't make sense or you want me to clarify, please just message me and I'll do my best to explain. All right, have a good weekend.